Hey, it's your boy Lova. You're watching a 416 interview.
Talk to me about how you first got into music. What was the first instance of you creating music?
Man, I used to just like write music during high school and shit. Like my therapist kind of told me to like start writing to like kind of express myself because I always kind of had like a little hard time like being able to like explain myself to people type shit, right? But I didn't actually like start recording until like a few years later type shit. My cousins and shit, like they were making music and they were like getting some traction and shit. And I think we were like beefing off some shit. I don't even remember, but like I was like off some petty shit. I was like, man, fuck that. Like I can do this shit better than him. Like I deserve the attention for real. So like I started recording and like dropping and shit and like, you know, it was up from there.
I bet. How'd you come up with the artist name Lova?
That's actually just part of my real name type shit. Like, my mama gave me that name. It was after her best friend that passed away when they were teenagers type shit. So I just like wanted that part of her friend to like live on in me type shit. And when I was younger, like it took me like a little while to like, you know, get used to the name, like show it love, like appreciate it type shit. But like more and more as I've like made music and like grown as a person, like come to find that like it describes me like pretty well, like as an artist type shit and like as a person.
I bet. Throughout your whole musical journey, what were like some of the artists that you looked up to and shit?
Like, I've always like loved like Michael Jackson and like Drake and shit. Like those niggas like absolutely like changed the way I see music. Like they made me like deeper level type shit. So like I would just always have love for them type shit. But I always like get inspirations from like whatever artist I'm like listening to at the time, whatever artist like that's like I find interesting, you know, I try to learn from them type shit.
I bet. And then like from someone who hasn't listened to your music before, how would you describe it?
I try not to be on some like one-dimensional shit. Like I try to like kind of try my hand at like different genres and shit. But I feel like the best way to describe my music is just like me just like complaining or ranting about like situations or like just kind of saying shit that like I wasn't able to say to like different people in my life, you know, type shit. My goal is that like eventually like I get big enough and shit that like they won't have a choice but to hear this shit, but like hear on my side type shit.
I bet. And then, bro, going back to like when I asked you like who do you like kind of look up to within your whole musical journey, you mentioned people like Michael Jackson and Drake especially. You ever like stay in tune with the Toronto music scene? You ever look into it or not?
Here in Toronto, like just to name a few, man. From Spider, gonna be funny to him, man. He's a great artist. Artists like YCB, man, Spacey Gabbana, Kato Zai, bro. There's so many like great artists here in Toronto, man. Like I feel like Toronto's like underground scene has been slept on for a minute, but like people are starting to like kind of wake up now, type shit. You know?
As an up and coming artist in like the Toronto music scene and the GTA a lot, there's a lot of people, you know, producers, artists, managers, you know, vendors, all those kind of people in this music scene and stuff. How have you kind of navigated the industry so far, and like, have you linked up with any people that, you know, kind of like gave you game, and like how to like grow as an artist and like opportunities?
Yeah, man. I feel like for any artist really, but like especially like at this level where like you're still like getting started out type shit. I feel like you can learn from like anyone that's been in the game longer than you know? Like whenever you're getting in the studio, performing with these people, you know, just like looking at their posting habits type shit, all of these are things that you can learn from, you know? So whenever I like get around these people that have been in the game longer than me or just like know shit that I don't, like I'm trying to like pay attention, you know, trying to see what I can pick up from this and how I can, you know, utilize it in my craft.
I bet. And then artists just hopping into the music scene, what kind of advice you got for them?
Drop music, man. Like I feel like when I was really starting out, like I still kind of do this shit. Like people that listen to me kind of know that I low-key be lacking out sometimes. Like my best advice is just to drop, man. Like I feel like you put so much pressure on yourself because like you're listening to all these other artists that are like solidified and have their own sound type shit, right? You're listening to them and like you're setting your expectations up so high for like what your music should sound like, and when it doesn't reach that level, you know, like you just kind of break off and you're like, what's the point, right? But that's very important, like that development stage, like that's very important, your sound type shit. So like I'd say just drop, man. Like the people that fuck with you, they'll find you type shit, and like you'll grow from it.
When it's all said and done, what is the legacy you kind of want to leave behind? What is like everything that you want people to know about Lova?
Honestly, man, like when it's all said and done, when I put like everything aside type shit, like I just want to be like, be able to like be held in the same conversations as like those greats, like those Michael Jacksons, those Drakes, Cardis, like, you know, those niggas that have like changed the music genre as a whole for like generations to come, like whose impact is like undeniable in the scene. Like I want to be in that conversation type shit, like not necessarily only for music, but like just as an influence like to the generation to come. Like I want to be recognized for that.
All right, bro. And lastly, what are some new projects coming out? What do you got, like singles, albums? What do you got going on?
Scenes and shit. I've been making music, so I got like a good amount of shit in the vault right now. I was waiting on some money to come in, so like we're getting ready to drop a few things right now. I think we got a song coming out this week, I think. So we'll see. We got some shit coming. I'm permanent geek. Hot, pull up in this screen. I don't even buy this parties all over the same.